Hey, what's up, everybody? You guys looking for a coach? Well, you guys, if you've been to the channel long enough, you probably know that that's what I do. So, if you want a coaching session, be sure to go ahead and check my description down below for my Discord link, along with all my other socials, so you guys can follow me and get a hold of me if you're interested in getting coached. With that out the way, let's go and get right into the video. Boom. Put him right there. Okay, so I guess I could just... Let's see. Let's go ahead and put... 6'4", which honestly I don't really know who this character 6'4" is. 55, 45, even, slight losing. Okay, that's about enough. That's pretty much all I would need to work with. All right, let me check chat real quick, make sure I didn't miss anything. Real chart hours? Fuck yeah, dude. I was 2 steps ahead. Fuck yeah, thank you so much, BioTorch. Mods 5 steps ahead. Yo, my mods are like OD. Yo, mods in the chat, I just want to let you guys know I appreciate how much work you guys really been putting into my stream. Okay, y'all out here thinking of shit that I haven't even been thinking of. I just want to let you know I might not be active a lot in mod chat and stuff like that, but I want to let you guys know, everybody in here who takes care of my shit, I want to let you guys know I appreciate it. I'm sorry that I'm trying to get my shit together. We're going to get there. Don't worry, bro. All right. With that out the way, here we go. Time to start this matchup chart. So, first off. Wait, Molly's coffee, top 5 character, not going to lie? Absolutely. I had snacks for watching the matchup chart? Hell yeah. All right. I wish I actually had snacks. God damn it. I could go for some, like, Sour Patch Kids right now. Anyways, keep on getting distracted. Let's get this started. Okay. So, first off, this one's kind of hard. Bayonetta, man. Bayonetta. You know, on paper, I feel like this matchup would be around even to like slight winning, but this isn't really you know what? Okay, I'm not even gonna bullshit with you guys. I'm gonna make an IDK. I'm gonna make an IDK because there's a lot of matchups that I just don't know with Terry, and I'm not gonna sit here and bullshit and take a wild guess off a theory of like if I win or not. So Bayonetta, this is a matchup I definitely have not played enough with Terry to really say if we win or not. A lot of Bayonettas think they beat Terry just because of like their camping and stuff like this, but in theory, like Terry should be able to deal with her cross-ups and stuff, because if you implement turtling, it makes it like whenever she does things like ABK on block, like you do rising tackle and whiff punish and stuff like that. And whenever you're turtling and playing super defensive and controlling center stage, it can make it really hard for Bayonetta to really like bait you to like commit and come and play her game. So, in theory, like, I feel like Terry definitely... Actually, I'm going to say it right now. I definitely think that Terry should have answers to her camping. Whenever she's planking ledge, though, Terry does struggle a little bit whenever it comes to planking a little bit. But the thing is, he also has things like slow power wave, fade back fair, these long-lasting aerials to, like, stuff out ABK off of ledge. That's super, super good. Does spam up B when she up B's you? Yeah, I can see that. But like I said, this is like I have to put an IDK because this is a matchup I've literally maybe played on quick play once or twice. Okay, so I can't comfortably rank this. But I will say this: I don't think that it's necessarily losing, but I definitely see what Bayonetta has in the matchup, because Bayonetta's got has the amazing ability to set up ledge traps and edge guard well. Now, noted, we have good mix to move around what she wants to do, but she has a lot of ways to stall off stage to like harass us to like burn something and then like be able to like opt to like work around it. I know a lot of good Bayonettas say that it's probably like in Bayo's favor, so I mean, I'm not sure. I actually don't even know what like Riddles and other like good Terrys think of it, but like for right now, I would want to say even, personally, but I can't rank it in even just because I don't know. I don't have enough experience. So that one's going to 90k starting off. Okay. Bowser Jr. I have played this matchup, and I have to say that if you understand Bowser Jr.'s gimmicks, this character's kind of trash. Like, you just combo into Oblivion, you set up Power Wave to literally just turn off his down B. His down B is so sad. This poor character's down B. This poor character's down B is so sad. It's so sad, chat. It really is. Like, and like, optimally, like, he can like space things like fair and stuff like that. And he's got really good buttons to like space around us and junk. But Like, if he, like just spaces it and whips in front of our face, we can literally use that as a visual cue to just crack shoot and set up on him. So, yeah, this match is pretty rough. Not to mention, our ledge trapping's busted against him. Like, he does... I will say this about Bowser Jr. A lot of people underrate this character. Because I will say this, his punish game is insane. Like, Bowser Jr. hits you once, you're going to 50 every time. But, like... And he's got some decent kill confirms, and his advantage state is good. But I definitely feel like this one is definitely in Terry's favor. I haven't played this a lot against, like, a lot of good Bowser Jr.'s, but I would probably say I've played it enough to understand that, yeah, this character Terry definitely has the answers to this character. Definitely. When Bowser Jr. hits you, he hits you, you feel that shit. You feel that shit, chat. I ain't gonna lie. Like, you definitely feel this shit. Yeah, I'm gonna say 6-4 on this one. I'm gonna stick my guns on this one. I definitely could see myself putting it down at IDK, but I definitely feel like Terry definitely has the kit to just destroy this character. Bowser. This one, I want to say even or possibly even slight winning, but at the same time, Bowser's Bowser. The main thing what makes me think that Terry is good, does well against this character, is because Bowser's weaknesses get covered well by Terry's strengths. Like, Bowser is not the greatest at, like, landing. If you are dealing with someone who understands how Bowser wants to land, Terry has great moves to whip punish his, like, aggressive landing options because he can literally space, like, so far away that he can literally cover, like, the whole goddamn stage because he has fucking burn knuckle, crack shoot, and dash attack that reach the whole, like a half a fucking battlefield if you space him properly. So it makes it hard for him to, like, land against Terry. And then you have ledge trapping him, which Terry excels in and Bowser lacks in. But the thing is that makes it even is Bowser's survivability. Bowser's survivability is insane. All right, like this character, like you really do struggle to kill this character a lot. And then Bowser also like makes it hard for us to keep go because of how early he kills us. You know what I mean? Like, not to mention Bowser has great ledge trapping and things like that. But the thing that makes me sometimes think that, you know, it balances out is I think that Terry has the better neutral between the two. So like you kind of see like they both like have strengths and weaknesses against each other. And it really comes down to how well you understand the matchup from both point of views. Like, both characters can, like, really just, like, steamroll the other. So, yeah, this one, I feel very comfortable saying this is even. Very comfortable. You came back to a matchup chart? Zooted, this man, this dude, Light, just went batshit and just dropped 7 subs right off the bat. He's like, give me that matchup chart. I want it now. And he got it. He fucking got it. He paid for it. So, here we are. All right, so Falcon. I want to say even. I actually would like to go and watch Fatality and Riddle's first to 10 at some point. We might have a viewing stream of that. I might hit up Fatality, make sure, you know, he's cool with that because I don't want to, like, you know, pull off his content. But in theory, this one should definitely be even too. Again, all of Terry's strengths cover Falcon's weaknesses. Falcon is not good at landing. His disadvantage is trash, and Terry's advantage state is great. Neutral. Like, whenever you set up slow power wave and stuff like that, it's pretty easy to know that, like, Falcon has a very short hop heavy spacing neutral. So, like, going up in the air after him with things like Nair and stuff like that beats out pretty much all of his aerials in the air. Like, Nair is disjointed enough to pretty much beat all of his boxing tools. So, like, we stuff him out in that regard. Along with, like, we're pretty much able to set up and things like that. Now, at the same time, this character, like, I'm not gonna lie. Falcon hits us, we might just die. Like, this character's punish game against us is borderline unfair, especially with the new buffs. Holy fuck. Because, like, if our double jump is gone, he literally can just shark under us with Raptor Boost and get a full-ass combo starter or even kill confirm. So, like, that's terrifying. So, like, he takes advantage. Like, we have to go to ledge whenever, like, we're being sharked. Unless sometimes we can mix up, like, reverse power dunk and get away with it. But not often if you're playing against good Falcons, if we're being quite honest. Same thing when it comes to them ledge trapping and whenever it comes to them frame trapping us off stage. Because Captain Falcon's frame traps off stage against us is very scary. Noted, we have ways of stalling and mixing up what we're going to do, so I feel like in that regard it makes it somewhat even because we have some good mix to work with. At the same time, though, like, I will say that I'm more, like, with Terry, it's more about you open up your opponent in this matchup, and you never let them land or get off the ledge or reset neutral. Otherwise, you're going to give them an open chance to literally kill your ass at, like, fucking 0. My music stopped. What the fuck? So, yeah. This one screams even. Screams even. Like, I couldn't really say one has the slight edge over the other, honestly. I need to hit up Fatality sometime and play the matchup, because I probably play it very differently than Riddles. Wait, Riddles won both first to 10s. I think Terry has a better neutral and ledge trapping, so maybe 55-45 in my opinion. I could honestly see it Crisis unavailable. I would have to play against either my friend K-Man, who is an amazing Falcon, or Fatality before I really like made up my mind on that. Like normally I try to like play against good players before I fully form my opinion, but if you were to say we slightly won it, I wouldn't break my heart. But for now, I feel in my heart it's even right now. That's just kind of what I'm feeling. It is a very fun matchup. It's a very momentum-based matchup, which are always normally the most fun. All right, next. This matchup, definitely even. So a lot of the ways I approach this matchup is, again, slow power wave, like neutral, all that kind of stuff, like approaching, like you don't really have to worry about much. The one thing that's really annoying is the disjoints, obviously, but whenever it comes to swordy matchups, like Terry has all the tools in the world to work around swords because he has broken with punishing tools because his burst options are bullshit. So at any point, they're just spacing around you in neutral and stuff like that and just swinging willy-nilly because you know how Crom players are. They want to like fucking swing at the air and mash. And mashing against Terry is just, if you're playing against a good Terry that's good at whip punishing, it doesn't work. It really doesn't. It's really hard to outmash Terry. So like anytime like you're turtling or anything like that and like pushing him to the corner and controlling center stage, if you're good at parrying, you have parry like up tilt or parry rising tackle or anything like that. So parrying this character is pretty easy. Obviously whenever Crom does hit you, it's like you go for a ride, very similar to like what you see with like characters like I keep on wanting to call fucking Captain Falcon Fatality. I mean, it's pretty much him at this point. So like in that regard, it is very like momentum based. But I will say that because that Crom is so committal whenever he jumps forward, it makes him very telegraphed and easy to react to with Terry, especially if you're turtling. So it makes it, whenever you're kind of going with the moving wall strategy, hard for Crom to really like deal with you in neutral because he doesn't have a projectile to condition with like we do. So I definitely think neutral's better for Terry in this situation. Ledge trapping, you know what? Actually, I'm gonna hit up Sword. I'm gonna hit my boy Sword and run some games before I make up my mind on that. For now, I'm gonna go ahead and say even. Like I said, ledge trapping, as far as like both characters go, they both ledge trap each other well. They both do a good job of controlling the juggle situation. Like if they get someone, like put out someone in a juggle, they control that well. But neutral is definitely in Terry's favor. I will say that neutral is in Terry's favor. Neutral's in Terry's favor. He's got the better ledge trapping. But Crom definitely has the better punish game. Like I don't even think I can make a real argument that Crom doesn't have a better punish game. I don't know, because then you have to like think about Go and shit, like Go, fucking like all the different like tech chase situations you can put him in with like fair and shit. And then you also actually, you know what? Not only that, you also have to factor in like who has the better out of shield, like has the best out of shield options as well. And Terry definitely does. Because we have so much to work with. Out of shield fair. Like, you fucking see Riddles abuse that all the time. Out of shield nair, really good option. Rising tackle, really good option. Spot dodge attack, really fucking good option. Down air on laggy moves, another really good option that leads into insane damage. So it's like, I don't really know. I want to say even. I want to say at the very, like, I don't think we lose it. I have zero doubt that we don't lose this matchup. It's either 55-45 or even. It's one of the two. You don't lose it? I definitely don't think we lose it. I think it's even but very volatile. Yeah, I kind of get that vibe. But, like, in theory, I feel like we should win it. Because, like, turtling is such a strong strategy against this character. And because he's so committal when he jumps forward, it makes it easy to work around what he's wanting to do. So, like, that's what's making me think, like, optimally, if you, like, use everything that Terry has, he has more ways to play around Crom's very linear win condition. Because it's the one curse of, like, characters like Crom is, like, they're very telegraphed on what they want. And if you know how to work around, like, their tools and set up whip punishes for when they're just kind of mashing in your face, like Terry does with the broken out-of-shield options that Terry has, I'm going to bite the bullet on this one. If I'm wrong, whatever. I don't care. If I get proven wrong later on down the line. But right now, I am really feeling this. I'm really feeling that it might be slight winning. But if I'm wrong, I would be more than happy to move it down to even. I haven't, like, that one's kind of shaky for me. All right. This one's 100% even. I have no doubt on this one. After, oh, by the way, guys, I'm thinking tomorrow's sub goal is going to be me going over Riddle's run in a VOD review of that tournament he just recently won. And I watched some of the VODs, but I want to go over it with you guys because I think that'd be good content. Okay, so the reason this one is even, like, there's a lot going on here. Obviously, Cloud's fucking ledge trapping. Amazing. One of the best in the game. Ability to control people from landing. Amazing. One of the best in the game. Neutral. One of the best neutrals in the game. Terry, I feel, can keep up with his neutral to a point because, like I said, if Cloud is just like spacing back air or ever whiffs, he always is at the risk of getting crack shooted. And then at that point, now it's in the same situation to where he has to figure out how he's going to land, and his landings get trapped just as hard. So on top of Terry's broken ledge trapping, which Terry's ledge trapping is fucking amazing against Cloud. Cloud has a very hard time not getting vortex to corner against Terry if you're turtling. So that's a very big thing in the matchup. But at the same time, like, you get opened up in neutral once and then you're trying to get off the ledge against him. So it's like, it's very, very back and forth. And like, if you watch the set again with like Riddles and Terry, Riddles and fucking this Bargo, it showed in that. That's the one thing I definitely noticed. Like, that's the thing, is like neutral feels even. They both destroy each other in disadvantage. They both ledge trap each other very, very well. The one thing I will say that Cloud definitely lacks compared to Terry is that recovery. Like, he has way less ways to mix up his recovery whenever he's coming from certain angles, and Terry can go off stage and edge guard him. Like, if he lands like a down smash or something like that, sends Cloud pretty far out and he doesn't have a limit, then he can like jump out there and like do slow power wave to stall, and then like do things like fair, whatever, and put these hitboxes that send him out so that he can't recover. So yeah, this one's definitely even. Corrin, probably slight winning. Corrin is a character that's all about spacing out her opponent, and Terry has like great moves for just simply like corralling him to the corner, because like Corrin's a campy character, honestly, to her core. Very campy and just focused on spacing you out. So like any character that tries to, I honestly don't think camping is optimal against Terry. 100%. I actually don't think it's optimal at all when you turtle. I think turtling is the answer to camping. So like whenever they get put in the corner, like it's just worse Lucina in my opinion in that situation. I will say Pin is annoying, but like not that annoying if you shield it, because it actually has like punishable end lag with crack shoot and shit. So this character's not that scary. Yeah, Terry has too much burst for Corrin. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and say slight winning on that one. I actually don't think that Terry struggles with swords at all. I really don't. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy. Okay, I'm not gonna lie. Peach is either like 6'4" or like 55-45. Like, in all honesty. Like, this matchup, especially offline, is horrid for Peach. Horrid. Like, I played, and this is a matchup that I actually am experienced in. I played against Budace, and I played against a bunch of other Peaches on stream the other day. Like, optimal turtling Terry, I don't know what Peach does. Because he has all the answers afloat. He has amazing ledge trapping against her on the ledge. Neutral is amazing because if she sets up slow power wave and they try to jump and float above his head, he can just go in the air with Nair or whatever and just do what he wants. Like, the Peach literally has to play like playing perfectly, like microspacing super well to like not get whiff punished one time and never get out of disadvantage or stuck at the ledge or stuck trying to figure out how to land. Another thing is that whenever it comes to like edge guarding Terry, like rising tackle going through turnip is mad annoying, and because we can stall and mix up how many different ways we come to ledge, it's really hard for them to call out like things like counter and things like that without being super precise with exactly where I'm going to be. And I know that a lot of the Peach players were saying this as well. Now, it might not be 6'4", it probably might be +1, but I'm gonna be honest, like optimal Terry should shit on this character. Optimal Terry should actually just... Because it's like he's like the perfect counter to float because of crack shoot. Zerfy thinks that Terry's top 15 in the game. Do you think the same? I don't really, like, do, like, straight up tier lists for now, just because everything's shut down. But on Wi-Fi, I could see it, if we're being quite honest. All right, next. Dark Pit. Yeah, we'd probably body this character. I wouldn't say 6'4", but 55-45 at least. Because, like, again, this character's too honest for his own good against a very bullshit character like Terry. His win objective is very similar to other sword characters that do it better, which is just kind of spacing me out, making me come to him. And I open him up one time, and this character just gets obliterated. Like, obliterated. And, like, he opens me up and gets, like, maybe 30 damage. So, he's got good edge guarding, good ledge trapping, good neutral. But at the end of the day, like, if he ever, like, swings at Casper against me and it's a free whip punish. You can't just, like, throw out hitboxes against Terry when you're spacing a neutral. You have to be way more precise with what you're going to do with your movement to get Terry to commit so that you can punish him. Pit is harder than Dark Pit, from what DeBuzz said. Wait, DeBuzz actually thinks that... Oh, wait, DeBuzz played the matchup? Yeah, I definitely think this matchup is not good for Pitts. I definitely think Terry wins very solidly against Pitts, because I don't really know what Pitt does against Terry when they're played optimally. Samus, I actually think Samus is even. Terry has all the tools in his kit to deal with zoners. Now, I've explained this a million times, but whenever you're focusing on controlling center stage, it's super easy to get center stage against a zoner because they want to camp you. Okay, first thing a Samus player wants to do is, like, run to the ledge or something like that, and, like, having aerials like short hop fair and stuff like that kind of just turn off their hitboxes because they have item priority is super useful, along with just having things like auto cancel power dunk setups to go over their super laggy projectiles like missile and things like that. Power wave is great for keeping their charge shot in check, because what it does is if you set up slow power wave, it ends up making them have to jump when they're charging it, and it gives you an opportunity to set up in the corner. When they're in the corner and you're turtling, they just can't get past you. They can't. They really can't. Without taking some kind of damage or being put in a juggle and constantly trying to figure out how the fuck they're going to land. And then when it comes to them landing, they have, like, the mix-up of using their smart bomb thing, but then Power Wave can slide under it and still get the whip punish and get pokes, and then it's just all about, like, holding center stage and waiting to see how they're going to set up afterwards. And Terry just plays that really well. If you are not focused on just rushing them down and just kind of, like, playing the poke war and playing for, like, your position, like, in the corner and stuff like that, and anti-airing them, it's not so bad. And whenever you know, like, when you see the pattern in their lag and stuff like that, like, and you know, like, when to power dunk and stuff like that, it's pretty broken. And not to mention, like, this character, honestly, if you ledge trap properly, like, Samus is free at ledge against Terry. Like, if you ledge trap properly, like, the character can't do shit. Like, fair at ledge, rising tackle beats. If you wait for the last hit, you can actually just, like, out of shield fair or out of shield down air, and, like, you have enough air acceleration to be able to get to him in time to even connect those. So, like, there's so much leniency with what we can do here. But you know what? I think we beat this character. I think we beat him. Matchup so fucking much as Terry. I really have. And it's like, maybe I just haven't played a good Samus. Maybe it just hasn't been a good Samus. And I've played some good Samuses, and they've done well. But the matches were always slightly in my favor just because I just really understand the Samus flowchart. And they all have a flowchart. Their option select flowchart, sure. But, like, if they can't condition you to, like, jump over missiles and shit, like, they have nothing. Like, all you do is, like, dash up, block their missile, wait for the fair, and then crack shoot, and I swear to God, it works every time. Maybe it's just the Samus players. Maybe I haven't played a good one yet. But, like, for the most part, I'm pretty consistent in this matchup, so I'd probably say it's +1. If it's online, I disagree. Probably. It'd probably be even online. But, I don't know. Even online, dude, I still feel like Terry online is broken, dude. Terry online is some bullshit, so I don't even know about that. I don't know. Pit can't gimp, but we have plenty of ways of mixing up, man. That's the thing. I've played against Blaze 207, very good Wi-Fi Pit, and feel like it's more like 55-40 definitely winning, but the disjoints and edge guards even it up a little bit. Yeah, a little bit, but they definitely have to play. They have to be way more on point with when they go for their punishes, where we get shit for free because we're Terry Bogard. So, all right, Diddy Kong. I actually don't know on this one. I've played this matchup against some good Diddies a lot of times, and it was like either back and forth to 55-45, because the only thing that's really like annoying to deal with is Banana. But at the same time, if they ever Banana on shield and try to like set up on block or whatever, you have Rising Tackle for any kind of aggressive mix-ups or any kind of, you know, things like that. So we have a lot of answers to Banana and stuff. Not to mention, if we get Banana in hand, he has a really hard time. Diddy Kong, actually, you know what? Yeah, I'm actually going to say we win this. Reason being is because Diddy is one of those characters that don't kill till way later, and they have to deal with Go a lot, which is a bitch. Not to mention, like, Diddy Kong's got an amazing neutral, and I could even say that it's like it's definitely as good as Terry's. Definitely has a really good neutral. But if you just like nair and grab Banana when it bounces off your shield, a lot of times, because since that comes out frame 4, if they try to like jump fair or back air, nair will just beat it because of the disjoint, or at the very worst trade, which ain't that big a deal because now you have Banana in hand. So like Terry can play around Banana well if you understand how it works. And if they try to camp and like run away with Banana, and you have good, like, you know, you're good at turtling and covering options, like the monkey has a problem landing, and the monkey also has a problem getting off the ledge. So that's a lot to keep in mind as well. Also, if they monkey flip low to the ground, like Power Wave will sometimes clip them, which is always nice. If they jump and do it, it won't happen. But if that happens, I've actually had Nair beat the tip of monkey flip or the very worst trade, and I know that rising fair to short hop fair will like a lot of times trade as well. So like whenever you force the monkey to start having like a trade war with you, that's whenever you start getting Go, and they start having a really hard time getting the kill, because once you get the stock lead and you just hold center stage, especially when you're turtling with Go, that shit is broken. Like, turtling literally becomes a new level of bullshit when you have Go. And that is something Diddy Kong definitely struggles with, especially with the weight that Terry has. Now, noted, Diddy's ledge trapping is god tier. Absolutely insane. And whenever, like, if he gets any form of momentum and makes Terry chase after him, Terry can have a bit of trouble catching him at times. But if you have good option coverage, know how to catch his landing shit, that's not so bad. In theory, I think, actually, Diddy's ledge trapping is really good. But Diddy Kong's also a character that likes to throw out like space, like kind of swing out like fair and stuff like that to like wall you out, and it's like a free whiff punish because it has enough landing lag to where crack shoot can punish that. So whenever he comes to him spacing in neutral, it's really easy to set up whiff punishes. But like if you don't space properly and they shield and they can throw Banana out of shield, you're going for a ride, because I've seen like some of Diddy's punishes and they definitely fucking hurt. But, like, it's not nearly as punishing as something like what Terry can do. So, I'm going to go ahead and say, for now, 55-45. Tweak has been doing work with Diddy, and I definitely need to play the Diddy Kong matchup more. But I've played it enough to feel that I think that we're slight winning. But if you were to really, like, twist my arm, I would probably say even. But I feel like it's winning. But I can see the argument for it being even. All right, next. Donkey Kong. And, yeah, this character. I don't know why these DK mains out here think that they win this matchup. DK is too honest of a character. Like, honestly, like, DK's got some dumb stuff. If the DK is as good as you are fundamentally at Smash Brothers. I've learned that from playing Chunky Kong and playing DK Will. Terry literally does not let this character land, and Terry does not let this character get off the ledge. And Terry's neutral, I feel like he does fine in neutral, but DK's disjoints with back air and shit is mad annoying. But DK can't land with any of his mix-ups on Terry because of how good Terry's rising tackle is and how little lag that it has. So because of that, like, yeah, I think that this one's slight winning. Honestly, and the more I'm learning the matchup from good Donkey Kongs, I could honestly see it being like really bad, really bad. The more I learn about it, the better I get. But yeah, this character, DK's a hard one to really rank there, just because like the better the DK player, like whenever you're like playing against the level of someone like DK Will or Chunky Kong, it's very different. I have played Chunky Kong with Ryu, and I definitely feel like Ryu wins the matchup now. But with Terry, like, I definitely think Terry wins it too, just because he has more tools to work with. whenever it comes to covering like the things that DK sucks at, like landing and getting off the ledge and just not getting combo to oblivion. But at the same time, DK's ledge trapping and his advantage state's okay. Like when we mix up like aerial power dunk and shit like that, it kind of makes it hard for him to catch. The same thing when we just kind of crack shoot away. Yeah, it's 55-45, arguably 64. Fuck these DK mains. It's 6-4. Okay. Another zoner. I've played this matchup a couple times against Short Bloom. I think we win it. Another zoner that we can kind of work around. Very similar to like the points I made with Samus, so I don't really think I need to go into this much more. This character's ledge trapping is pretty annoying with like smoke bomb and shit like that, but if you know how to work around the gimmicks, it's not so bad. Especially if you know like when they shoot the little smoke bombs, they blow up at the ledge. If you shoot off a ledge with Nair, it'll just turn off the hitbox and you can crack shoot. Grenade me gunner? Yeah, like I said, like if you understand how the priority works on that, you can jump off ledge and like it's before like when it's in the arc and then like Nair and hit it and then you're fine. If they knock you off the ledge when you re-grab ledge, that's fine because then you can just get your iframes back and then it just comes down to how well you can recognize the pattern of when they're shooting them. So yeah, that character is not really much of a threat because of that. If their projectiles had better priority, that would be a different situation. But they don't. Thank God.